Hello everyone, and thanks for joining. You're looking at the beautiful cabinet for the Zenith 5S29 back from the mid-1930s. After a really cool start Saturday morning, the afternoon was in the mid-60s, and what a perfect day and an opportunity to get outside and take some still photos of the cabinet prior to doing the cleanup and the stripping. So you can see the old cobwebs, probably not from the 1930s, but back from my storage area where I had the cabinet placed for the last 6 to 8 months, just waiting for an opportunity here to do some cabinet work. Again, there's some battle scars here on the radio. You'll see some loose veneer, chip veneer. Again, some of the custom work on the cabinet itself is broken loose as well, and we'll look at those a little closer in just a bit, because after using some lacquer thinner to get the old lacquer finish off, unfortunately it will only make things probably a little worse. So I'll try to be cautious as I can be and work around the areas. You can see the old top of the cabinet as well. Looks like something wet or something hot was placed on it. The veneer is actually cracked in that area, so we'll have to take a closer look after stripping and make a determination on how to go forward in that area. Okay, a few more shots here of the inside of the cabinet, and you'll see some type of mounting hardware that was put down between the chassis and the cabinet, and again a couple more still photos. Back in the garage here, took the cabinet back in. I needed to get these pieces out that were laying loose in there, and again here's the pieces I just spoke of. And then you can see here I want to get the speaker grill cloth out, and these are the 4 fasteners that actually held the speaker grill cloth in, affixed to the cardboard backing. Again, just using caution here not to damage any of the decorative heads here on the fasteners that hold the speaker grill cloth in place. You can see the design here, quite gorgeous. I'll leave the patina as is. I'm not going to clean this up, or the excussion here in that area. I'll leave the finish the same, just put a little wax on it. Again, 4 small wood screws actually held this in place to the cabinet, and I'll probably try to reuse all the existing hardware. I tell you, Zenith radios are spectacular, and I think they're some of the best made radios for sure. And the cabinet design on this one's spectacular as well. Love the grill area, just love the entire cabinet. You'll see some photos in just a bit that I share how well this cabinet's actually put together. The advantage I have regarding the finish of the cabinet, I have a second 5S29 as well, so I'll be referencing that cabinet also before applying the new toner lacquers. Moving along here to the stripping, you'll see I've got the stuff out that we need. Again, I've got my safety glasses. I've got a second set of rubber gloves that will be underneath my protective gloves. I've got the lacquer thinner, a small pail, a bunch of rags, and some 4-aught steel wool, in addition to a nylon brush and an old toothbrush. You can see here I have a shallow tote that I use to catch all the lacquer drippings. Again, it will stain anything it comes in contact with, so good idea to have that. Again, I'm stripping outside on a windy day, so a big advantage there. I did not wear a respirator, but I was in a well-ventilated area. Again, after changing rags 3 or 4 times and doing some cleanup along the way, you can see this was the last rag that I used. Most of the lacquer is off the radio at this time. There's still some remaining inside some of the cavities and some of the areas around the grill work. I'll use some light sanding and again go back over some of those again, maybe with some lacquer thinner. Again, you're looking at some of the damage now on the cabinet itself that I talked about. I had some of the veneer chip away on me as I was actually doing the removal of the lacquer. I kind of expected that. I've always had it occur, and it's nothing to be concerned about. I'll be able to go back and patch those areas up. Having a few battle scars on a radio from the mid-1930s is not a bad thing. I don't want it to look brand new. So I'll do my best to go back and get these places corrected that are broken, damaged, or missing veneer. And you can see here with the radio back in the shop here, you can see I'm just pointing out some of the flaws that I'll have to take care of on the front side by the grill. The upper right side, that piece broke on me as I was doing the stripping in that area, even though I tried to be as cautious as possible. Again, the top of the radio is concerning. Not sure how I'll address that at this point in time. Probably just some light sanding in the beginning, just to see what the veneer looks like. Again, you can see some of the veneer itself is pulled back at the bottom on the left and the right side. So I'll need to get some glue down there after we let the cabinet dry for about 1 day, and start putting some clamps on. So I'll provide an update. Again, a couple more shots here, some missing veneer pieces from different angles. But I think it's going to really be a beautiful radio once we get these parts and pieces glued back in place. Again, the cabinet I mentioned, look at all the glue blocks inside the cabinet. Just to think about the cabinet makers themselves, they went to a lot of trouble. You can see how many glue blocks are in this thing to keep the cabinet together. I've had many cabinets just fall completely apart on me. This thing is rock solid. Now again, I'll go back and double check all the glue blocks and just make certain if there's anything loose, I'll touch those up as well. Anyway, here's the cabinet, the final, with it being stripped. I appreciate you guys watching. And again, I'll provide another update on some of the gluing, the grain filler, and the toner application itself in part 2, 3, 4, wherever we end up. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.